What's up, guys? I got a car. Yep, it's been a couple months. It's been a long time since I talked to y'all. But we gonna say that this season of my life is called growing pains. These last couple weeks, we're gonna call it growing pains. I feel myself becoming someone. I feel myself growing and stuff, like doing things I've never done, like spending time with God the way I've never spent time with God before. I heard someone say to spend 10% of your day with God, and 10% of 24 hours is 2.4 hours, whether that's worship music, sermons, in the Bible, praying, just spending those 2.4 hours with God. You could spend 2.4 hours with a man, watching a movie, on social media. So, spend it with God, It's only 2 hours. Next is 10% of the month is like 3 days. Fasting. You can fast for 3 days out of a month, minimum 3 days, and then you work your way up and whatnot. I just feel myself becoming, and that's such a weird feeling, to feel yourself becoming and unbecoming at the same time, when you spend so much of your younger adulthood hiding and running away from yourself and running away from God. So to be in a position where you're actually finding your footing and becoming something and walking into something that you never thought you could walk into or know how to walk into, and you're like teaching yourself how to walk into it, and you don't really have any role models, and you're like figuring it out on your own, but you're also learning to trust God and have faith to figure it out with you. It's a weird feeling. So that's why this season is called growing pains, because it's a weird feeling. And it's scary. Don't get me wrong. It's scary and it's daunting, because like you don't want to fumble yourself. Like God's not gonna fumble you, but you could fumble you. I don't want to fumble myself. I don't want to fumble the future me. I don't want me in 10 years to look back and be like, girl, what was you doing? Like, we was right there, and then you just did this and this and this, and now 10 years later I'm still trying to fix this and this and this that you did 5 years ago. I don't want to have those reflections with myself in 10 years. Growing pains, growing up, letting go of like just my old ways of thinking and feeling and stuff, learning to care less. When you have a heart that like is on your sleeve all the time, and you feel everything and you notice everything and you just take in everything, and you're just sensitive, you have to force yourself to learn to let go of stuff and not care about every little thing, because every little thing do not care about you. So that's also the hard part, is learning not to care. But once you learn not to care, you can see how much not caring about everything shows you the importance of what you do genuinely care about and the weight of it. Oh, you gotta understand your weight, not physically, but your weight emotionally, mentally, spiritually, like that type of weight, like who you are, how you are, like your weight, like the weight you carry of yourself. You gotta understand that. And that sometimes it can be too heavy for people, too light for people, just right for people. And you have to learn to regulate your weight and know how to balance it out and stuff like that. And there's also a weight in the weight of waiting. But yeah, I got a car. It's a big responsibility. It is an expensive responsibility. Gas is expensive. A car note expensive. Insurance expensive. But I like that it's a new thing that is a new challenge. Like imagine you keep dealing with the same challenges, like nah, give me a new challenge. This is a new challenge. It's overwhelming, but it's made my life like 8 times better. I'll give you that. I go where I want, when I want, how I want. Like I love it, but it's expensive. And I'm beating myself up about it, but I'm not being ungrateful about it. I'm just like, oh, I really took like a big leap of like jumping into a deeper adulthoodedness. Yeah, and like learning how to have faith and what faith is to you, and like how your faith grows to you, because faith doesn't look the same for everyone, or doesn't feel the same for everyone. So like faith as a whole is what it is, but faith what it is to you is, I don't know where I was going with that, but it was going somewhere. But I miss making my vlogs, guys. But yeah, growing pains. And the messing up. I enjoy messing up in new ways. You know, I'm not messing up the same ways I was messing up when I was 18 and 19 and 20 and 21 and 23 and 24 and 25. So I'm messing up in new ways, which is nice because I get to learn new things about myself in the mess ups. Ooh, the sunlight hitting. So that's cool. Like, the bad things is like you could learn something good in it, you know? Like, or just learn something new about yourself you wouldn't have learned had you not gone through it the way that you did it. So it's like me, I'm gonna go my way, A, B, C, D, E. And each A, B, C, D, E is a mess up that's gonna teach me something that wouldn't have happened had I only stuck with A. But multiple mess ups, I gotta stop doing that. I gotta be stricter with myself and give myself like 2 strikes to mess up in the same area, and then I gotta go get some help. Gotta figure something out before I keep messing up. I gotta be stricter with myself. Learning how to go to God first. I used to go to me first. I used to be my noggin dogging, going to me first. But now I go to God first. It's a good 70-80% of the time I slip up, and sometimes I'll go to music first, sometimes I'll go to social media first, sometimes I still go to me first. But I'm learning how to go to God first, how to pray first, how to ayo, God, I need help in this. Or I'll be 100% honest and be like, God, I want to sin, I want to do this because this is how I feel and I want to do it even though it's wrong. Like, I'll straight up tell him that, and then something happens to where I don't get the opportunity to do that, and then I'd be like, thank you, Jesus, because I really didn't want to do it, but I just felt like doing it. But yeah, this season is called growing pains. I think there's spiritual growing pains when you spend more time with God that you never have done before, and it can be overwhelming and stuff. And I think there's, you know, emotional growing pains when you let go of like old ideas and all that type of stuff. Mental growing pains of just grasping new information, just growing mentally. A lot of people don't grow up mentally and emotionally, they just stay where they're at. And that's kind of scary when you meet people like that. You be like, oh, that's your way of thinking, and you this old and you still think that way. And that scares me because I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be 60 still thinking ABC when I should be at XYZ. You know, like I don't want to, does that make sense? Like, I don't want to stay, I want to not, you know, I don't want to stay baseline forever. I want to be like, a lot of people stay baseline forever. I don't want to stay baseline forever. And I'm so hard on myself. That's the crazy part. I'm so hard on myself. Like, I be beating myself up like I'm the Hulk, you know? And then it's like I gotta fight for myself too. It's like beating yourself up plus fighting for yourself, plus learning how to let God fight for you, and you want to fight with God, like fighting against God at the same time. It's a lot going on up in that. And it's like you got all this going on with you, but yet people still have time for a man. How do people have time for relationships? Like, I'm going to war with myself. I'm trying to love myself, trying to love God, trying to not fight against God, trying to get my money right, trying to get my mind right, trying to get my health right, trying to get my education right. And people still have time for a man? How y'all make it balance all that? How y'all do that? Time for a man? They got kids and y'all doing all this? How? Like, y'all built different for real. Or like, people got like other responsibilities. Like, how? Like, my only responsibility is myself presently and currently, and paying that rent on time, and that car note on time, and that insurance on time. And I'm still trying to balance all these different factors of myself and still live and not be caught in a cycle of just going to work and going home. That's life though, and it's beautiful in a way, but overwhelming in a way, and scary in a way. But like, it's a season. I'm in a season of all of this, and eventually I'll be in a season where it's not all of this going on within me. And yeah, I don't know, I love basketball, so I just think basketball. So I'm in a season of this right now, and then next season I'll be in a season of that. And right now I think I'm in a season of growing pains. Oh, you guys want to see the music? Music. I don't know if I make any sense. No dollars. Speaking of no dollars, I got $1.25 to my name. Payday is Thursday. Thank you, Jesus. But $1.25 to my name. Can't keep doing this to myself. But we gonna get it together. Thank you guys. Like, subscribe to the channel. We gotta get back to our vlogs, to our vloggy vlogs. This was cool though.